Hello and welcome to First Steps in Forex.com. Today is Sunday the 10th of April 2011 and we're ready for a new week in the market next week. And today we're looking at the pound dollar daily chart. So what's been happening? Well, over the last couple of weeks we've seen a huge leap up in the pound dollar, particularly in last week. I mean, this was Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday was a huge day, absolutely smashed through what anybody was expecting, carried on going up and up and up until we hit a high of around 16423, but then pulled back a bit to close around the 16376 area. Now, where we were at the end of last week, we had said that if we went above that high, we were to go long, and if we went below the low, when we were to go over Friday, we were to go short. So clearly we went long. So I went long on that Monday after we cleared the high of that previous day. We went up, I had a stop loss, I managed to move to break even, then it went down and I got stopped out. So it was a neutral day, nothing too exciting, so I left it there. Second day we had a very strong opening, it moved up, I went long again. We broke through this support and resistance area, the 50% retracement. I doubled my position then because the momentum was just really, really strong, and I set my target for here. And actually when I got to that target, I came out of my positions, okay, because I was a bit nervous and I'd made a whopping great big let's think, I think I got in about 16150, and you know, we got out it was about 140 pips or something like that. It was a fantastic day, really one of those special days where everything goes right. So I just got out because sometimes it's good just to keep what you've got. Okay, following day we broke through, went up, I went long, okay, and we pulled back a little bit, but my stop loss was down there, so I kept going overnight. I nearly got scared of it on this one, and we nearly dropped down, but I just missed it. I decided, well, because I've gained so many pips so far this week, I'll keep going. The next day we kept going on, and one of the reasons I kept going is I could see what was happening with the dollar. It was very weak because of the price of oil going up. There's a correlation between the price of oil and the US dollar. If the oil's still going up, dollar tends to drop, and vice versa. So I could see there was inherent weakness in the dollar, so I just kept going at that point. And in the end I closed off about half an hour before, or an hour before the market closed on Friday. Okay, so it was a good week. I think in all I made about 250 pips, which I'm very happy with. You don't get weeks very often like that, so take them when they come because it doesn't happen very often. So very good week. Now, so what do I think is going to happen next week? Well, clearly we smashed through these areas. If we go to the weekly chart and move around a bit, we can see that our next target from a weekly point of view is up here, the 161.8, which is a Fibonacci projection extension rather from here upwards, but that also merges with the 88.6% retrace from this high to this low, to the major high and major low. So that's a useful thing to know. Okay, so that's a good target to be in ultimately. But we have some intermediate places as well. Let's have a look. Go back down. Let's go back to where we are. So we've gone much higher. It's a bit difficult. I think we're going to have to judge this, because we haven't. Maybe I can zoom out even more. What I'm trying to find is, are there any other areas? You see this was clearly a support and resistance area around here as well. Look, so we need to draw that in. This pivot area. Okay, which we've bounced off on this daily chart. And the next time we see something like that is probably around here. So we have to be a little bit around here. You see it's bounced off a few times. you can see here it's bounced off it, here. That's roughly an area to be concerned of as well as a possible. We've got, yeah, that's approximately the 16600, which is a nice round number. Not a huge important round number, but it is a round number nevertheless. So that's an interesting target. We've got this target here, 161.8. So really, what we're looking for. Let's go back down, zoom back in again so we understand. We've got a strong upwardly momentum, and really we've got a new, much stronger trend line operating here. It's difficult to put, you really need 3 points for it. You've got to have at least 3 points for a trend line. 2 points do not make a trend, so it's kind of difficult to put one in there at the moment. But I think this particular trend line I'm going to take out now. It's more likely this one. So we've come up. We'll probably have a bit of a pullback, but as we're closed here on Friday, our target is still to go higher than here. So I'm not going to go long again until I've broken that recent high. Okay, Friday's high. To go short, I would have to go below the low on Friday, and probably before make sure I clear this support resistance area as well. Okay. In fact, if you look there, that's another support and resistance area there, isn't it? Let's just take a look. Yeah, bounce off here. So that could be that's probably a minor one, but it coincides with the 88.6%. Notice how these pivot areas coincide around the Fibonacci retracements and extensions. It's not a coincidence. Okay, that's one of the reasons why you get support and resistance, because it's hitting Fibonacci retracements and extensions. And because so many people are familiar with those things, it means that it becomes, a self-serving prophecy, if you like. Okay, because so many people believe in it, it reinforces the idea. Because everybody's making their entry and stop losses and exit points around those areas. So you could take advantage of that. Okay, so I wouldn't go short until at least we were probably below here, around here. I wouldn't go long until we've increased here. Now I suspect what's going to happen is we're going to pull back a little bit more and shoot up. We'll test this and we break through and it's clear long all the way up. I wouldn't go short in the long term until, as I said, we've broken through here, okay, and gone down again, and gone further down, because then it'd be a nice one there, because the next target would be down here somewhere. Okay, so summary is wait until the London European market opens up, and just be patient and wait to see what happens. Okay, you need, probably 100 pip stop loss on the pound dollar and the euro dollar. Generally, so make sure that your lot size is adjusted accordingly within your risk management plan. Okay, and move your stop loss to break even. Once you've got profits of 50 to 100 pips, just move your stop loss up to break even. Okay, because a neutral position at the end of the day is a win. Okay, so even if you're doing well initially, you move your stop loss to break even, and when it turns around and cuts you out, it doesn't matter if you haven't made any money. The important thing is you haven't lost any money. Okay, preserving what you have in your account is almost probably more important than making new money. That's why you have to have a risk management process, a risk management plan. Otherwise you'll never win in Forex. Never. It's impossible. You might get lucky, you might get a few random good plays, but in the long run you'll get wiped out. Okay? Most traders make this mistake and they learn the hard way. That's why you're almost certainly going to blow 1 or 2 pots, okay, of real money before psychologically you realize how important that mismanagement is. Okay, so be prepared for that in your trading game and your plans for the future. Okay, that's why you practice and practice and practice on practice accounts first. When you're profitable on those, you move to very small real money accounts. You have to do that because the psychology is different, because you know it's money and not practice. Okay, but be prepared to blow some of those accounts. All right, because you have to go past that final hurdle of dealing with real money. You know all the tools and techniques, you know all the systems, you know how to use the software, but when it comes to real money, the psychological game becomes different. Okay, so follow the rules and be careful. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say for today. Hope to update in a few days' time. If you want to know more about how I trade, then please go to my website, www.firststepsinforex.com, and there you can register and download a free 150-page ebook and 6 videos to get you started. It's geared up for beginners, but I think it's good for intermediates and even experienced people, because it's a learning game. It's always a learning game with Forex. You never know. I'm reading books all the time about Forex. I pick up bits and pieces and I add that to my repertoire of rules and procedures and systems that I've tested and played with over the time. Anything that can maybe fine-tune what you've already got. Okay, so thanks very much for listening. I wish you all the best, and hopefully I'll be able to update in a few days. Thank you. Goodbye.